So as usual, I'm expecting replays from Bomber, and Winter said they at least had a Blue Eyes replay. Alright, got 4. I can watch all 4. Start from the bottom. So Kashtira, Mirror Match, Luna Lights, and the Man. Okay. Well, that would surprise me. Okay. Dang, triple wishes. Made it out alive. That's good to hear, at least. Really? Passing on just that? What can you make with this? What can you ultimate fuse with? You've had a plan? Okay. It's gonna banish the load. Yep. Super Poly fused during the battle phase. Mood Dragon. SP Little Knight. Yep. Banish the True Light. Oh. Neokaider Seahorse, okay. Oh, that can make Tyrant? Oh, it just requires Blue Eyes and a Dragon, okay. Well, True Light I think is gone for the rest of the duel. There can be only one? Okay, of course it's a stun. Of course Kashtira is playing stun. But, you know, good thing, you know, Tyrant's unaffected from other traps. I mean, this pretty much affects the player, but still. Makes sense Kashtira will be the one playing stun. And he scoops because, you know, that's what they usually do. They're willing to fucking floodgate you out and stall the duel for 30 turns, but the moment you're in a winning position, they just surrender. Yep. Skill Drain, Macrocosmos, Soul Drain, there can be only one, and Unending Nightmare. Jesus. I'm surprised he didn't draw a Kashtira or spell. Yeah, I know, but still. I'm surprised he's not running something like Fossil Dyna, since they can all pretty much since all these can pretty much special summon themselves. Imagine soaring into a single Tyrant Dragon in a dream. Yeah. But to be fair, like what? He had like no cards in hand. He'd have only one card. I think the only card that would help him out to at least try to make some plays is Desires. Aside from that, I don't think any one card would have helped. Droll? Called by the Droll. Alright, and then combo from there. Imperm the Spirit. Alright, it's gonna be a Tyrant. No, or Spirit, okay. Yep. Can you do first one for you? Yeah, I can do that. And the Rock. Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't. Well, I guess it doesn't make. I guess it makes sense. You were pretty much out of place. Might as well Maxi during his turn instead. Get more potential draws off of that. He's probably just gonna pass on that. Yep. Really? Really? Scoops to that. That's interesting. Yep. The man at the top. Really? Not ashing that. Okay. He knew attacking made it would trigger the effect? Yeah. Bruh. What the connection failed, okay. When you said the Lunite one would surprise me, I thought he was gonna, like, you know, heavy poly freaking kill himself or something. Like, heavy poly send his entire freaking extra deck and then kill himself. That's what I thought you meant when you said it would surprise me, but not that. Okay. Maxi didn't work equals Scoop, yeah. Purge. And Fuelos. Oh, he locks himself out? Really? Oh, because of... Was it Purge? Let me see. Because the man's like, what, Earth? No, Dark, Water, and Fire. Okay. Bruh. He locked himself out of everything. Light, Earth, Wind. Light, Earth, Wind, Dark, Water, Fire. That's literally everything. That's everything except for Divine. Like, you at least need to activate, like, the man. Because it's like, yeah, can activate the effects. You at least need to activate the man. You got 3 quests? Okay. Is it on your main account or a different account? He's probably gonna be so confused if he summons the man and then sees that it can't freaking activate. And then a properly summoned ultimate spirit as well. Pitch the Fua. Verdict of Anubis, okay. I'm expecting like normal summon man, nothing happens and he surrenders. Another purge. Tyrant or another spirit. Yep, man can activate. And then, yep, Neo Ultimate, negate the target. And that's the scoop. Very nice. Like, how do you... Like, why would you run both Dominus cards? Like, the only deck that could... I mean, technically they could be just a glorified stun deck in a way, but with their own cards, you know? But yeah, he's not running any actual floodgates. He's just running both Dominus cards. Like, the only deck I would expect to run both Dominus cards is Stun, because they don't really activate monster effects. They just pretty much normal summon a Floodgate monster, and then set a bunch of back row. Okay. You still have to resolve, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I'll do these 3 ranked ones. Foolos, okay. Woes. Be around Monday without problems. No worries, yeah. Have a good weekend. Double Foolos. Double Foolos from activating another Foolos for the effect to summon from the hand. Imagine double Foobalosing and not even getting a single draw off of it. Ah, Umi stun, I believe. Oh boy, you gotta get rid of that. You gotta get rid of that, like, immediately. Yep, cause that's why. You let him? Okay. Oh, that's a permanent negate? Oh wow, yeah, it is. Like, cards that permanently negate are pretty rare. That most of the negates are just to end a turn. It's just rare for a card to permanently negate. Like, I think the first card I encountered in Master Duel that permanently negated was freaking the Tearlament's Continuous Trap. That's like the first card I encountered in Master Duel that permanently negated something. Obviously, I know there are other ones, but that's the first one I encountered. And so Vera, flip it face down. But you gotta like pop it, because if it flips face up, it won't be negated anymore. You have to like pop it or make it leave the field. Suliak, yeah, the name of the continuous trap, yeah. I think so, yeah. But that's more than enough for game already. Like, Jesus, look at this field. How much damage is that? 13,000? Yeah. Bro, you don't need to do all this. You BM because Floodgate properly. Honestly, wouldn't have BMs over the slightest inconvenience. Yep, doing fewer replays. Alright, next one you got against Blue Eyes, and then whatever the fuck that deck is. Materia actor. Damn. I forgot that was a deck. Okay, he's in the Sky Striker field now. For the music, I'm assuming. So what, this just makes Blue Eyes unaffected from everything, right? That's it? Cannot be destroyed by battle. Ah. This one's for Bomber, yeah. So pretty much, you can't get rid of this Blue Eyes this turn. Okay. You can't battle into it because anything that it battles will be destroyed, so you just set up and pass. Yeah, it'll stay there. Because, like, just until the end of the turn, or... yeah, that turn. So now it's affected again. You should have used his Blue Eyes on the field. That way he could have at least popped a monster, but if he would have popped Lancia, then, you know, Lancia would have triggered to summon, like, Trishula and then banish both of them away. Ooh, Indigo Eyes, but yeah, he can't because of General Raiho. You know, it was a good plan if it wasn't for General Raiho. Yeah, if it wasn't for General Raiho, that would have been a good plan. This one's for the guy that Buster locked you for no reason? Yeah. Taking out your frustrations on a completely different Blue Eyes player because a different one Buster locked you. And then threw a maxi on top of that, yeah. Alrighty then. And then Materiactor, which again, I forgot was a deck. Buster lock that hate is real, yep. Or I think he had, yeah. He pulled it off, but like you dealt with it like fairly easily. At least he didn't put the freaking whelp in the back row. It was just Buster Dragon plus the Buster Fusion. I still have my replay that I need to upload about how I outed the Buster Lock with Endymion. Like, it was like, what? Buster Lock, freaking Dragoon, and the Red Eyes Full Metal Omni Negate as well. I seriously need to upload those videos to YouTube soon. There's a full Blue Eyes field plus Buster Lock. He didn't want to discard, so it gets negated. Ash that. Now he has to discard again if he wants to negate that. No. Oh wait, X from the hand. Yeah, activates from the hand. Because now he just activates again. Wait, no, he already activated it once. Yeah, just keep hand looping. Had to get rid of the Gabonga, okay, or the Raiho. Ashura King. Can it attack more than once? Yes, it can. Okay. So it can attack up to the number of materials it has? Ah, Utopia Exexo future. And he surrenders. No spell to save him, yeah. Interesting. All that just to summon Utopia Exexo and Scoop. Very nice. Alright, next up is Ray and then Quest. Where are you at? There you are. Said the top one. Wow, what's this? Unchained Yubel, and I'm assuming that's Tenpai. Yeah, just put your dual ID in the chat and make sure your replays are public. The spell prevented you from having a battle phase by banishing it from graveyard. Ah. But yeah, if you want to, yeah, just do that. Alright, Phantom right off the bat. Imperms it immediately. And then shotguns Maxi because, yeah. Another opening, additional normal summon, and pass. And you technically have 2 negates. Or 2 pseudo negates. You have Phantom of Yubel and then Samsara D Lotus as well. Phantom of Yubel can force him to destroy a spirit. And then Samsara D Lotus can pop the Yubel that you summon off of spirit. Yeah, I know. Because, yeah, he can't do really anything. Yep, now he has to destroy Yubel, and then that summons Terror Incarnate. And yeah, Spirit of Yubel, summon, set, Nightmare Pain. Imagine making Tenpai Scoop, that's hilarious. Alrighty then. Simple replay, but very nice. Always like seeing Tenpai get their teeth kicked in, I guess, is an appropriate term. Alright. And then, okay, I guess. Quest said he had 3, but I don't know if this is the right account. He didn't say what account it was on, so I don't know. Let me check his other one. Yeah, you probably should have done that before. Again, if you have multiple accounts, like, please specify which one it is. You're just trying it. Okay. 376 633 876. The Colonel. Yeah. Type on with you, chill. Okay. I'm guessing, is it the top 2? Or how many is it? Up, okay. Top 3, alright, so I'll start from the bottom one. Raid Raptors versus the Man, then Resonators, which I'm always interested to see. Because again, you know I like Resonators. Fuelos, draw face, and he has the Caught by the Grave. Like, wasn't Caught by the Grave limited to 1 at this point? Yeah. I do too, man. I need to, again, I keep saying it, but I need to rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. But this time, like, I watched the entirety of Arc 5 dubbed up until the last arc because the last arc isn't dubbed. But I need to go back and watch Arc 5, or not Arc 5, but 5Ds, I mean, Jesus. Yeah, I need to rewatch 5Ds, this time completely subbed. Just so I can see everything that was removed in the English dub. Raiders and Knight. This isn't a... no. Yeah, I was about to say, this ain't no Arc Rebellion turn. But yeah, there we go. Rank up Magic Skip Force. Arsenal Falcon. Honestly, I get PTSD every time I see Arsenal Falcon, because usually whenever I see Arsenal Falcon, I just... my mind just goes to Kali Yuga. Up, okay, missed Ultimate Falcon's animation. $23,000 life points. Bro does not care. You need more than that, though. You didn't? Yeah, I know, I'm just saying. Anytime I see Arsenal Falcon, that's usually what comes to my mind, because that's usually what most of the time, that's what it's used for. Just summoning Kali Yuga. He's also taking the chance without any responses? Yeah. Like, literally, his hand is empty. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he can survive, but still, what is he gonna do about the Rising Rebellion? I mean, you have like two tower monsters on the field. He's not really gonna be dealing with this board and dealing lethal damage with it. Dang, even with this full board, you don't have lethal damage because he just has so much life points. Unless, of course, you just summon some more big Xyz monsters. Another Rising Rebellion. Indeed. How much damage is this? 18. Still not enough for lethal, but still close enough, I'd say. One more turn and he's dead. Still though, from like what, 36,000 life points, and he's just imperming because yeah. I mean, doesn't matter how many life points you gain if you can't out 3 of the monsters on the board. Yeah. Like literally 3 unaffected monsters, he wasn't outing that, yeah. I'll save the Resonators one for last, just out of personal bias. And then we got, let's see, Draco Tail versus Ryzeal. Sorry, I don't have that kind of command set up. I'm on console. I'm not on PC, so I don't have no kind of commands like that to join viewer replays. Again, if you want to submit a replay, you just gotta put your Duelist ID in the chat and make sure your replay is public. I should probably pin that. Struggles of being broke and unable to afford a PC. Okay, Okay, no Femina yet. Aggregator, okay. Discarding that. Only got 2 of. Okay. Branded opening. Gotcha. I got like, I mean, after I finish up with Quest's replays, I got one other person in line with replays, and then I'll get to yours after that. Albion. There's the Femina. This is Arthalion, I'm assuming. Yep. Rahu for Gulamel. And then this should be a pop unless there's a way to chain. Yeah. Pop. And pop the back row. Funnily enough, he doesn't have enough, funny enough, he just doesn't have enough attack to deal with that, and he goes for Typhon. Well, that's the automatic surrender. Typhon, the pretty much surrender button. Yeah. Yeah, the only, like, Arthalion wouldn't be so bad if he just recycled, like, your Draco Tail cards, but the fact that it can recycle anything, including your hand traps, is ridiculous. Again, like, they should have just made Draco Tail be only able to recycle back Draco Tail cards. Not the freaking, not anything. All during the opponent's turn, by the way. Yeah. They don't have effects on your turn? I mean, they have on summon effects and you can summon them during the opponent's turn. I'd say that's a pretty good trade-off. Like, they activate... Like, Gulamel activates every turn so long as it doesn't get chain link blocked. So there's that. But hey, one of my favorite decks in Resonators, so curious to see how this goes. Fuelos. You gotta get better with RDA, so do I. Especially with the support coming out soon as well. But I know the basic RDA combos. Double Fuelos, alright. What are you gonna do on a double Fuelos? It's gonna be like, what, Supernova Pass? Yeah, the support is really good. Yep, Supernova Pass. Makes sense. God, I can't wait until we get Hypernova. Like, Supernova's already was decent, I guess, but the fact that he was still targetable was his biggest weakness. But the fact that Hypernova is not only untargetable and indestructible, freaking, he also banishes all cards from your opponent's field and grave. That's like, I think that alone kills Draco Tail. But I'm pretty sure Draco Tail would have phased out of the meta by then. Like, being able to banish all cards from your opponent's field and grave is insanely good. And he's coming back. What? Yeah. The new RDA level 12 Red Hypernova. He has a quick effect. Like, usually this has to activate in response to a monster effect or when a monster attacks, but nah. Hypernova is just a quick effect, banish your opponent's entire field and grave. God, I can't wait for that. Plus we get a Dark Crimson Dragon as well. So even if we get Dark Dragon locked, we can still potentially summon that. Surrendering because you ash his card trying to pop your Drake or trying to negate your Crimson Gaia. Very nice. Why is the Floodgate guy not floodgating? 2 Fua and 1 and surrender. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Blanket negate? I don't know. Let's see. And I gotta get the last guy, Terumi. Cool. 833 116 and then 572. Did I type that in right? 833 116 572. Did you give me the wrong ID? Like, I'm pretty sure I put it in the way you said. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm stupid. It's 883. I love KFC. Yeah, that was me. I'm fucking illiterate at times. All right, how many do you have? I'm guessing it's the top one. Duel Room and Duelist Cup. Let's just do this one. Huh, a Fire King. When you see Draco Slayer, you know floodgates are coming. Fitting, your name is I Love KFC and you have Fire King and you're playing Fire King. Oh yeah. Drake, I think is this the one? Draco Slayer's off? Because I know they have like the freaking ritual monster that pretty much skips your turn, right? Or does it just skip your main phase 1? Jeez. Again, put your dual ID in the chat and make sure your replay is public. That's how you can submit replays. Your favorite slop deck super heavy samurai slop. Main phase. So it is just main phase 1. Honestly, I'm surprised he didn't set up the Valence field spell to play around Imperm. Like literally, you just set up the Valence field spell and you automatically turn off the opponent's Imperm because it places a field spell on their field. First replay, gotcha. Pendulum is cool, but the trash is what makes it, yeah. And he's playing through them. He's playing through it too. Yeah, you're next. D barrier. Wait a minute. You don't care about D barrier, I don't think, because they can't declare links. D barrier can't declare links. I think you literally don't care about it. He has the other one. What does this thing do? I'm trying to read it, but he keeps on doing stuff. This turn, each player can special summon with the same card types they already control. Okay. So he's gonna have to wait. If you do not control all, control game 5 of your attack. Alright. Atlantis. Yeah, I can still read from the log, but you know. He's going in. How many cards you got left? 40? Oh, so you're 60 cards. You don't care about it at all. I don't think he can deck you out. If he was 40 card deck, maybe he could deck you out. Ah, the Trigate Wizard thing. This yeah, okay. I'm waiting for the Nightmare. Oh, wait, yep, there it is. Nightmare Griffin, Draco Face Off. We're triggering a lot here. I'm guessing he wanted to end main? Yeah. Let's speed this up. Shuffling back quite a few, but you're still gonna have a lot due to how many cards he has. Still have 14 cards in hand after all that. They already control. Bro, hold on. Let me get this straight. So he shotgunned this. Neither player can stun with the same types they control. You don't control any type. So that doesn't lock you. And you're playing Fire King, so you play mostly Link, so D-Barrier does nothing either. Bro wasted his freaking floodgates for nothing. Bro. Reset everything, essentially. Full on field reset. I mean, you can fusion summon because of the D barrier, but still. And he surrenders. That's insane. Very nice, though. He was gonna say Garinix popping the OG Garinix would be funny. Yeah. Like, literally just completely reset everything. Very nice replay, though. I don't think anyone would expect that, to be honest. Alright, next up is John. Or, yeah. Got it right here. 250. 982. We expect here unless table 500, yeah. 679. And you said the first replay. Okay, I see Blue Eyes and Galaxy Eyes versus Danger. Is this what, Dark World? Or is this 8-axis? Whenever I see a Danger, I assume it's either Dark World or 8-axis. It is Dark World. Then it'll be Shooter after this, and then that should do it for viewer replays. We pulled Tira once at a festival, it was funny. Yeah, I can imagine pulling that off is always funny. Jet. Ah. Well, missed 2 animations. I think I just missed 3. That's a 3rd animation I missed. Didn't miss that one though. I know, but I just like to. I like to show off replays. No, you can show off more than one. It's just, you know, people who submitted replays just. He just stated it was just the top one he had. You can submit more than one, up to 3, 3 max. And as long as the replays aren't too long, you know? Three max, and for the sake of trying to get everyone's replays in, no replays longer than 10 turns. Okay, yeah. You have 2 more then? Okay. There's Siffer. All this turn 1. Jesus. Blue Eyes is back, but we've seen Blue Eyes' animation before. Negate, pop the, field spell. Activate again, because they're not once per turn. Alright, Dark World Accession. Grapha. I'm surprised they didn't give OG Grapha an animation. They only gave Fusion Grapha an animation. Yeah. So I can show 2 more things to show off what they're doing in the kitchen. Again, just let me know which replays they are so I can immediately find them or whatever. Jesus. So many monsters with animations. And Blue Eyes for them. Alrighty then. So next up I can get shooters, and then I can watch the remaining 2 that Terumi has. Let me pull up this dual ID real quick. Got it. Is that kind of you proud? Yeah. 004 836 188. I always gotta double check to make sure I put it in right, because as y'all saw earlier, I'm dyslexic as fuck. 04 836 188. I guess I can do the top 3 then. Yeah, I can do the top 3. First replay had to use dual roam because Oak isn't unbanded to the 5th. Okay. Then I guess I can do these remaining 2 then, unless you have like some specific ones you want me to watch. This is what happens when you mash all meta together. Snake Eye Ash 1-card combo. Oh boy. Snake Eye Mitsurugi. Okay. Royal Ash though. And Yummy? Jesus Christ. You weren't kidding when you said meta deck mashup. Mitsurugi, Snake Eye, Yummy. scariest thing about this deck? Everything is accessed via extra deck. Yeah. Yep, there's the Herald of Arc Light. Into Moon, into Fiends. Is this gonna be what, Fiendsmith now? Or is it just use as link fodder? Jesus Christ, bro, it's like every single engine in this deck. Comes to Yummy to start Yummy Engine, 2 binds like Fiendsmith, Herald of Rock Light to access Mitsurugi. Yeah, Jesus. And Herald is, well, I thought Herald was back. You can just resummon it. Yep. And this is Desiree. Yep. And Promethean Princess. So until you deal with her, you're fire locked. Flamebird just back. And this is going to be what? Ambla Wheel? Yep. No, Elf. Okay, never mind. He comes back. Untargetable Herald is better. Maybe? I don't know. IP. And there you go. Crazy on board. Yeah, I've never seen this many engines thrown together, but it does make a pretty powerful board. I hope this doesn't catch on. That's all I can say. I hope this doesn't catch on. Pop the True Light, yeah, negate. Yeah, there's not really much of anything you can do in this situation. That is definitely a crazy combination of cards. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, if I went up against this, I would just surrender automatically if I went up against that. I don't think I'd be able to deal with that. Second and third from bottom. Okay. When you say second, do you mean this second one, or do you mean second and third ones from the bottom? Don't do that one. Not as interesting as above. All right. So you said second and third from bottom. All right. So these two, then, I'm assuming you mean both from bottom. Okay. Yeah, but this is from older. This is from before Mitsurugi and Draco Tail, so... I think. Yeah, before Appaloosa and Oak got banned, yeah. I mean, I know you're pretty happy that Oak is back now. Yeah, it's from May. It was from May of last year, so... Anytime I see a Link 2 on the field plus another body, I assume Promethean's coming really soon. Forget, yeah. There's Flameburge. Or Flamberge, however the fuck you pronounce his name. You go into the back row. Azamina. I just registered the Azamina cards, or White Forest cards. Like, I literally just registered the White Forest cards. My mind is slow today. Protect. Oh no. Ooh boy. Buster Lock shenanigans. Ooh boy. Spirit. Mausoleum. I have no idea what's going on. Ultimate Fusion. Yep. Rock shenanigans. You're adding Magi onto this board too, aren't you? Jesus Christ, your graveyard is full. Actually properly summoning Buster Dragon. Okay. You don't see that. Usually you see Buster Dragon being summoned with the trap. And Dragoon on top of it. Into a 4-material Appaloosa? Jesus Christ. Yeah, this reminds me of, obviously I didn't have to deal with Appaloosa, but it definitely reminds me of the replay I have saved where I had to face a deck similar to this. Fortunately, I managed to bait his negates and win, but it was still stressful as hell. And yep, there's the Buster, the full Buster Lock, including extra deck lock as well. That is, yeah. I don't see how anyone's supposed to beat this unless you have like a Kaiju or something. You need like a Kaiju or a Lava Golem plus something else like freaking Dark Ruler or Droplet to beat this board. You need like a very specific hand to beat this. And Light and Darkness for triple negate. I mean, it essentially turns off your Ash. Doesn't this pretty much chainlink block everything, though? Like, unless you have a way to get rid of your Light and Darkness Dragon, like, it's literally gonna chainlink block everything. Because it's a mandatory activation. But not like it really matters, he has nothing. Dude over here is putting together insane deck combinations I have not seen before. Did this from Snake Eyes, by the way. That's crazy. Alright, what are you gonna cook up with? The Union monsters. Technically you can save Dragoon, negate for Light and Darkness Dragon. Let's see what you cook up this time. Pause a bit, like what? Do you want me to like stop this replay or do another one? Like, let me explain one additional thing. You sure you can't explain it while the replay's going? Like I can like have a